Welcome back. Your Lake Fork Guide. This is the Guides Network episode. This guy's not a guide.
I am far from a guide.
He doesn't want to be a guide.
I don't want to be a guide.
But I will tell you what, I've fished with him several times now, known him for a while. He's a great fisherman, and he's got a technique that he probably does more than any guide I know. And that's fishing a weightless Texas rigged Senko. So that's what we're going to talk to you about today on the Guides Network.
You got him? Oh, you got him. They're good. Ah, there we go. Good job, dude.
There he is. I picked up the Senko.
Picked up a Senko.
Watermelon red, not the black one, but yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, Rob brought you on here today because this is something you probably know more about than I do. So why don't you tell us about what color size Senkos you like to use and the gear that you like to throw them. How do you set it up?
That's easy. I throw watermelon red or black and blue. It's the only really two colors I throw. You only need two colors. I throw watermelon red when it's kind of like this, blue skies, and then I throw the black and blue, of course, when it's cloudy.
Yeah, earlier today it was real overcast. And you were throwing that black and blue, catch the fish on it. Yeah.
Then you flipped over the watermelon red and hooked into one. Yep. I throw. It all depends on what we're doing, but like today I'm throwing a 4/0 EWG Superline because we're around a bunch of stumps. And
heavy cover.
Yeah, I'm also throwing it on with 20-pound. You can throw up to 25-pound fluoro. It all really depends on your ability to cast a bait caster, because we were talking about this. Pitching a Senko weightless can be a pain in the ass if you don't know what you're doing with the damn thing. Am I right or no?
It can be tough. It can be tough to do that with that heavy line. Yeah, yeah. And I'm actually, mine's the same, 20-pound fluorocarbon. You better have some practice, but you know what? Hey, if that's not your thing, then just step it down to 15. Because with 15-pound fluoro, man, that thing,
it'll work.
It's aerodynamic. It casts really good, and it's easy to throw. Yeah, to stretch.
Yeah, fluoro stretch real well. No, it'll work as long as you don't horse it in around the lawn.
Yeah. You just got to be careful around the cover that you're fishing. That's why we're using 20. But and you said 4/0 or 3/0? Yeah, 3/0's good too, right?
3/0 works. So I actually sat down with Gary Yamamoto, and we were talking about how, because I used to just rig it up with a 5/0 EWG, and I was like, that is how you throw a Senko. And then he was like, no, son. No, son.
Gary Yamamoto. Him and Gary are very good friends. So.
He's like, no, son, this is not how you do it. I throw it with a 3/0 EWG, and I tie it snell knot. Where's my rod? There's a reason why we tie with a snell knot, just because the snell's good. But this is what's crazy about the snell knot with the Senko. So you tie with a snell knot, and that damn line all it does is just comes out the head of the Senko. So you don't have your hook protruding like that if you normally would tie it. I'm telling you, give it a shot. Tie your hook as a snell, and then put your Senko over the top of it. It's a lot more weedless. Apparently I can stick it back on.
That's all right.
It works. That came from Gary himself. Yep. Throw it out there and let it fall.
And we're both using the same hook, 4/0 EWG Superline type hook. I do tie a different knot, and the snell does hide it better. And you can see mine shows just a little bit, but I have to actually get the hook in deeper to do that. I actually like that. I like to get that hook in as deep as I can. I feel like maybe it might every once in a while help me hook that fish if he doesn't have the bait.
I just say confidence. Confidence is key.
But you learned from Gary Yamamoto, so I think your way is probably right. That's why I wanted you to talk about.
I throw a Senko. There's always on the deck of my boat, doesn't matter what time of the year, there's a Senko.
Yeah, every time I've been with you, there's one. And like I said, learning from him, and that's why I brought you on this segment today, because you honestly know more about this technique than I do and have done it more. What type of rod? What size? What do you think?
Today I'm throwing it on a 7.5 medium heavy.
7.5
yeah, because I actually built this rod. I don't want to talk about too much about rods.
Tell me favorites.
I built this rod. This is my LunkersTV rod, and to be honest with you, this is like a really versatile rod for me. 7.5 medium heavy. A lot of people have a lot of controversy in long and short and whatever. This is just a rod that I can use for, if I want to use it for spinnerbaits, chatterbaits, Senkos, Texas rig. Like
very versatile.
Yeah, it's a versatile rod. It's fine. You can, I don't know. I'm not too picky when it comes to like between 7.2 and 7.5.
Right, yeah.
It's all up to personal preference. I like this rod.
Yeah.
And
it's favorite rods.
Yeah,
that's the brand.
Favorite
rods. Yeah. So that's your brand of rods. So that's a good rod. I've had some in my hands today. I really like them. In fact, you guys may see some of them in my hands pretty soon.
Yeah, you will. He'll be good. He'll be good.
I'm a pretty big fan of those rods. They're pretty nice. Talked about line hooks. You know, Senko, as far as the reel goes, the gear ratio, it doesn't even matter.
No,
because you never move it with your actual reel. You're twitching it and all that. And we'll get to that on the retrieve segment. So let's discuss what type of area do you like to look for to fish a Senko?
Grass lines, any type of like grass line, like hay grass, hydrilla, like anything that I can
Any
see.
vegetation?
Any type of vegetation. Just
Right.
edge of it. Or, of course, stumps.
Flooded stuff like we're fishing today, yeah.
Just all depends on your fishing, because I can fish it with Mojo rig.
You can almost fish it everywhere, right?
Yeah,
like, yeah.
Carolina rigging, Mojo rigging, like you want to put a little tiny weight on it, and Texas rig it, flip it.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. There's a lot of different ways to fish it, but for the weightless Texas rig deal that we're doing today, vegetation is always a huge bonus. You don't have to have it. For me, when I'm talking about an area that I want to fish a weightless Senko, it's anywhere, I would say probably 6 foot or less in depth, that I think there's fish holding, and it's a tough bite, and I need something that'll get a bite when not a lot something else will. Anytime I'm fishing that type of water, I like to follow. Today we're following a creek channel, right? So we're following this drain. This is a very expansive, shallow flat, like a foot or two of depth on the flat, but the channel has 3 to 4 foot depth in it, and we're just following that channel and actually fishing the flat on the edges of the channel. And all of our bites are coming right on that break line, huh? So that's the type of areas that we're looking for today. Big, expansive flats, follow that creek channel, fish the edges of it. That's what's working for us. Anything else?
No, I mean, Senko's easy. Throw it out there, let it do its thing.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. We're doing a how-to on one of the most simple baits to fish, but boy, it is effective.
It is so easy.
Super effective. All right, let's pop up real quick and show them how you retrieve it.
This has got to be one of the easiest ways to fish you'll ever. I'm telling you guys, if you've ever watching this thing fish a Senko, you're crazy. It's really easy. A lot of people complain because they're so soft and they break up, but all you do is bite the head off and re-go. It's like really easy. Like all I'm literally gonna do is pick a tree out. So I want this one. We'll just flip to it. So all I'm gonna do is literally pitch the back half of the tree and let's let it sink. That's all I'm gonna do. Guess what else we're gonna do? Let it sink some more, and then. Oh, that sucker is sinking. That's pretty much it. I'll do that the entire way. Unless I got a Mojo rig, I can work. If it's Mojo rig, I'll work it more like a jerk bait, I guess. But pick the log you want, cast a log, and that is pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how I work a Senko. It's that freaking simple.
Just let it fall, twitch it, let it fall again, right?
Yep.
What about you got a lot of slack in your line when you're twitching it like that. So when you get a bite, how does it feel? Like what are you feeling when you get that bite? So when you twitch it, it's just heavy, or what do you feel?
Oh, if I go to twitch like right now, it feels a little heavy. I'll let it sit there for a second. Like to be honest with you, everybody knows the little ones they go, and the big ones it's like mushy and just heavy for the most part. And that's when you just kind of reel down and it's in. It's done. Usually it's
hard hook set, just like flipping or anything else. Yeah.
Oh, I got something good this time for you, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you catch fish with a Senko.
That's it. Down and dirty, quick and easy episode of the Guides Network with not a guide.
I'm not a guide. I can fish a Senko, okay.
But you know what? Hey, easy now. Easy, killer. The deal is, on the Guides Network, we're all about bringing you the most in-depth, honest technique, advice, instruction, whatever you want to call it. We're all about honesty and giving you all the details on how we go about doing things. He catches more fish than one of the best Senko fishermen that I've ever been around. He's probably the best I've ever been around. And
I appreciate that.
So we brought him out here, and you guys saw it today. And it's a tough day. We're struggling for bites. And this dude found that Senko bite, and it's picked up 3 of our 5 fish today. So good job. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Yep. All right, well, that's it. Hope you guys learned something from that. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, hit that thumbs up. If you want to see more like it, you want to see me and this guy in the full day on the water that we had, subscribe. Go check out the channel page. You'll get a notification every time we do a new video. We appreciate you watching. See you next time.
That's a good one. It's a good football. God, it's so cold. water temp here is 50.
Got him. Oh, giant fish. Oh, God. Oh, tell me you got it. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, no, I'd give it 6 pounds easy, but that is, there we go, dude.
Way more, that's an old
It should, yeah.